Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Hallenborg Ice Pavilion in Billerica, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity girls hockey contest as part of the MIAA Division I Girls Hockey 2026 State Tournament. Here in the round of 32, our matchup today features the hosting 12th seeded Billerica Chelmsford Lindians and the visiting 21st seeded Brookline High Warriors. Well, folks, as the great Maxine Nightingale once sang it, we are getting right back to where we started from. This was the site of the first game we covered on this channel this winter season for this Brookline High girls hockey team in what turned into a nail-biting thriller here against Billerica Chelmsford. The Lindians ended up coming out with a narrow 1-0 victory over Brookline on a third-period goal scored by Mia Amato, assisted by Lexi McKenna and Peyton Fitzgerald. Both goalies, Jacqueline Solove for Brookline and Gianna Cedrone for Billerica Chelmsford, standing on their respective heads in that one, turned into quite the thriller. And so if all shakes out similarly here today, we should be in for quite the thrilling playoff hockey contest here today. And boy, if that just ain't perfect, given what a thrilling winter it has already been in the realm of women's hockey. Shout out, of course, to the U.S. women's hockey team for that thrilling 2-1 overtime win over Canada. Bring the gold back here to the red, white, and blue. We love to see that. And we're loving to see our local schools here facing off in the playoffs in what should be an awesome contest. And personally, myself, I am happy to be able to say that today's broadcast is sponsored. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Brookline Proven, your local source for home improvement contractors. Brookline High sports parent Paul Hom and his team can do anything from remodels to handyman honeydew lists to, very important this time of year, snow and ice removal as well. They live in Brookline, they work in Brookline, and they know just what a Brookline home needs. Visit brklnproven.com or text Paul at 617-352-8829 to find out more and discuss the scheduling, pricing, and specifics of the services your home needs. Once again, that's brklnproven.com or text 617-352-8829. And thank you again to Brookline Proven for sponsoring this broadcast. You can see all that information about our sponsor, Brookline Proven, down in the bottom center of your screen, as well as down in the description section of this video down below. The Zamboni has just finished its rounds, so soon we'll see some players coming out onto the ice here at Hallenborg Ice Pavilion in Billerica, Massachusetts. Coming out will, of course, be the visiting Brookline High Warriors, entering this contest as the 21st seeded team in MIAA Division I, following a season where they finished with 9 wins, 7 losses, and 4 ties. Meanwhile, the Lindians of the Billerica Chelmsford Co-op coming in as the 12th seed with a record of 13-5-2. And it looks like the home team is going to be coming out onto the ice first. And here come the Lindians. Folks, remember, I always encourage audience participation here, either in the live chat here on YouTube or by sending me an email. You can see my email in the bottom right corner of your screen. Anything you want to say, any comments you want to make, or any concerns you have with the broadcast. If you think the lighting needs to be turned up, you think the camera angle's a little off, you think the audio's not coming through clear, anything, speak up and say something. And now, here come the visitors on the scoreboard here today. The 21st seeded Brookline High Warriors. We got both teams out on the ice now. So let's go through the rosters for the two teams coming in to today's contest. I think we're going to up the brightness just a touch here, folks. Give me 1 second. Nah, a little more than that. Yeah, I think that looks a little better. I think maybe a touchdown. Sorry about this, folks. Just, I can be a bit of a perfectionist sometimes. Let's go through some rosters here. We'll start over here on our right with the hosting 12th seeded Billerica Chelmsford Lindians. Going in order of jersey number for Billerica Chelmsford, first off, we have a sophomore goalie, number 1, Gianna Cedrone. Next, a junior, number 2, Angelina Catarino. A junior, number 4, Erin Skelton. A senior, number 6, Greta Tucker. A junior, number 7, Mia Amato. A freshman, number 8, Aiblyn Mahoney. An 8th grader, number 9, Isabel Brown. A sophomore, number 10, Lucy Sheehan. A junior, number 11, Lexi McKenna. A junior, number 12, Haley Edelman. A freshman, number 13, Fiona Kioff. A sophomore, number 14, Peyton Fitzgerald. Excuse me. A junior, number 17, Gianna Fortunato. A junior, number 18, Cara Gambale. An 8th grader, number 19, Kelsey Murphy. A junior, number 20, Ava Fippen. An 8th grader, number 20, well, there's 2 listed as number 21. An 8th grader, Samantha O'Connell, and a senior, Alexi Howard. We're just going to have to do our best with that. A sophomore, number 22, Lauren Sullivan. A senior, number 24, Allie Rourke. A sophomore, number 25, Megan Cowles. A freshman, number 27, Elizabeth Johnson. A sophomore goalie, number 31, Molly Costa. A sophomore, number 46, Bridget Haynes. An 8th grader, number 88, Noelle Bussey. A freshman, number 89, Elise Skelton. And an 8th grader, number 97, Stella Hardiman. Head coach of the Billerica Chelmsford girls hockey team is Ray Monroe. So that's the roster for Billerica Chelmsford. Now we move over to our left to take a look at the 21st seeded Brookline High Warriors. Going in order of jersey number for Brookline, first off, we have a junior goalie, number 1, Jacqueline Solove. Next, a sophomore, number 2, Audrina Williams. A sophomore, number 4, Isabella Zhang. A sophomore, number 5, Rosie Zucker. A sophomore, number 7, Anna Subin. A junior, captain number 8, Jordan Gifford. A junior, number 9, Selena Charbonneau. A sophomore, number 10, Katie O'Connor. A sophomore, number 12, Gigi Hawkins. A senior, captain number 15, Clara Tebow. A sophomore, number 17, Mari Sessity. A freshman, number 18, Juliet Platt. A junior, captain number 20, Caitlin Wilson. A freshman, number 21, Kayla Solove. A sophomore, number 22, Sylvia Donovan. A junior, number 25, Caitlin Schlager. And a freshman, number 28, Eliana Palermo. Team managers for the Brookline High girls hockey team are junior Lila Gorman and freshman Kate O'Connor. Head coach for the Brookline High Warriors is Sarah Schwensfire. So those are our rosters coming into today. Once again, thank you all so much for tuning in to this broadcast of this MIAA Division I round of 32 state tournament girls hockey contest between 12th seeded Billerica Chelmsford and 21st seeded Brookline. And remember, folks, if there's anything you'd like to say throughout this broadcast, I encourage you to say it either in the live chat here on YouTube or by sending me an email. You can see my email down in the bottom right corner of your screen. Both teams coming into this contest hoping to go further than they did in last year's tournament. Last year, Brookline came in as the 28th seed and got blown out by 5th seeded Archbishop Williams 5-1. Meanwhile, Billerica Chelmsford entered last year's tournament as the 11th seed, one spot higher than this year, and they ended up losing in an upset to number 22 Boston Latin School 3-2. So both these teams looking to advance to the round of 16 and go further than they did last year. We'll see which team gets their wish granted here tonight. As you can see from our scoreboard cam in the bottom left corner of your screen, the pregame clock has expired, and so soon the PA announcer will take over. We'll get our starting lineups and national anthem, and then I'll just let them take over for that. I'll just get off the mic for a bit.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Chelmsford Ice Pavilion for today's Division I Girls Round of 32 matchup between the visiting Warriors at Brookline High School and your Billerica Chelmsford Indians. And now on today's starting lineups, starting for Brookline, left wing freshman number 18, Juliet Black.
All right, those were our starting lineups in National Anthem, and we will soon get our opening puck drop here in the first of 3 15-minute periods. For Brookline, starting in net, Jacqueline Solove. They go with a starting defensive pairing of Katie O'Connor and Caitlin Wilson, and a forward line of Juliet Platt, Selena Charbonneau, and Clara Thibault. For Billerica Chelmsford, they have Gianna Cedrone starting in net, the starting defensive pairing of Kelsey Murphy and Allie Rourke. And the starting forward line featured Kara Gamble, Peyton Fitzgerald, and Lauren Sullivan. So those are our starting 12 between these two teams coming into this one. Once again, these two facing off in a rematch of an earlier game this year back on December 15th. Billerica Chelmsford came away with a narrow 1-0 win over Brookline in that one off a third period goal scored by Mia Amato. If both goalies came ready to play in this one again, we could see another very tight contest here, folks. So you don't want to miss this one. All right. The players are set. The refs are set. Here we go at the Hallenborg Ice Pavilion. It's the round of 32 here in the 2026 Girls Hockey Division I State Tournament. Pass goes across from Murphy over to Rourke. Sends it up the far side, but it's intercepted by Selena Charbonneau. Swings a pass out to the near side to Clara Thibault. Thibault dumps it into the Billerica Chelmsford end, and it's quickly covered up by Gianna Cedrone. Both goalies showed up in a big way the last time these two teams faced off. Jackie Solove for Brookline, Gianna Cedrone for Billerica Chelmsford. We'll see what they have in store for us here tonight. Offensive zone face-off for Brookline. Scrum for the face-off. It's corralled by the Lindians. Long pass up, and it's a quick rush going down the right side. Sullivan stops on a dime, looking for a pass. Shuffles it down to the corner to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald leaves it for Rourke. Long insert, nobody there. Goes into the corner. Puck ricochets back. It's taken by Jordan Gifford for Brookline. Sent around the corner, blocked by Rourke. Sullivan tries to move it along, but it's taken by Kayla Solove. Solove lifts it out to the neutral zone. Deflection means no icing. Wait, or it is icing. I must have misread the signal there. That's my fault. They called the icing on Brookline there. It looks like a Lindians player tried to glove that one down but just missed, resulting in the icing. So we bring it back to the Brookline end. Off the face-off. It's taken a shot at close range. Goes wide. Off the stick, I think, of Noelle Bussey that time. Battling along the back. That pass misses. Bussey wasn't ready for that pass. And Clara Thibault moves it out into the attack end. Julia Platt lost her footing. Tried to get a pass away, but couldn't get it through the defense of number 25, Megan Cowles. Cleared out by Billerica Chelmsford. That pass goes off the skate of Platt. Battling along the boards for it. Mia Amato and Noelle Bussey trying to move it along. They get it into the Brookline end, but Caitlin Wilson sends it right back out to the neutral zone. Billerica Chelmsford committing to a line change while the puck was still in the neutral zone. Gutsy move, but it pays off. And now on a rush. Weaving through right in front. Oh, lost her footing. And the play is still live, and I think it's going to be a delayed penalty against Brookline. Billerica Chelmsford goes empty net as they get some extra time on the advantage off of this. Fitzgerald pinned to the boards, knocked away by Brookline, and that will start the penalty. Going to be a trip call against the Warriors here. On the advance that time was Kara Gamble. She had some really slick stick skills, getting in front of the net at close range and drawing the penalty. And serving that penalty will be number 10, Katie O'Connor. First power play of the night, and we're barely over 2 minutes into this contest. Off the face-off, it's going to be corralled by Bussey. Bussey's pass misses, cleared out quickly by Brookline. Chasing it down is Rourke. Rourke pass up to Gamble. Gamble bringing it up the left side. Gains the blue. Stops along the boards looking for a passing option, but it's not there. Now sends it around the corner, finds a teammate there, but it's still trapped up against the boards. And now Mari Cessity trying to clear it out, but it's stopped at the blue line by Rourke. Pass down, and this pass broken up there by the Brookline defense, goes out to the neutral zone. Brookline committing to a line change. Pass across to Bussey. Bussey across for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald back to Bussey. Bussey stopped by the defense. Puck's wrenched loose, but Rourke keeps it on the attack, prevents a potential shorthanded breakaway. Gamble back to Rourke at the point. Long shot deflected right in front of the net. Oh, now they're trying to sneak around the back. Diving set. No, it's in. Almost stopped on the dive by Jackie Solove, but instead it's brought around the back, and it's Peyton Fitzgerald putting it home for the game's first score. Boy, I was getting ready to celebrate Jackie Solove for what would have been the save of the year if she'd managed to recover that one. Solove trying to seal off the post on her left side, but then Fitzgerald able to take the puck in stride around the back, and while Solove tried to dive to her right to cover up that other post on the opposite side, couldn't get there in time, and it's Peyton Fitzgerald with a power play goal. And after a matchup between these two back in December that was scoreless all the way to midway through the third period, we have a goal here inside the first 4 minutes. The attempt to clear by Billerica Chelmsford, stopped there by Brookline, but not a lot of room to work with, as it's going to be taken out by the Lindians. Pass broken up, taken away by Charbonneau. Charbonneau slowing things down as Brookline starts a forward line change. Charbonneau just going to shuffle it into the Billerica Chelmsford end to finish the line change. Rourke controlling it behind the net. Pass. Finds Gamble. Gamble gets through to Sullivan. Sullivan, only one defender to beat, but couldn't get around her. Rourke recovers. Rourke advancing. Rourke couldn't get enough on that shot. They give the assist to Rourke and Amato on that power play goal by Peyton Fitzgerald. Puck's lifted down to the Billerica Chelmsford end, but it's sent right back by Murphy. Gets up to Gamble. Gamble approaching. Gamble jukes, shoots, not enough on it. An easy cover-up by Solove. So Brookline going up against a team that blanked them in the regular season, and they're already playing from behind. Tough position to be in. The Warriors going to have to find some offensive rhythm. Face-off, quick shot from Gamble, saved by Solove. Battling for it, up against the boards. Pushed out to the neutral zone by Brookline. Recovered, passed across, and poked free by Charbonneau on the forecheck. Charbonneau up against the boards, and it's taken away by Fitzgerald that time, helping to back up number 6, Greta Tucker, who almost lost it there. Long pass gets to Sullivan. She shuffles it into the Brookline end as Billerica Chelmsford commits to a line change. Gigi Hawkins sends it around. Finds her target there. Racing up with it and dumping it into the Lindians' end that time. I think was Eliana Palermo. Out to the neutral zone. Solove taps it back across to Gifford. Gifford back to Hawkins. Quickly over to Audrina Williams. Back to Gifford. Gifford lost it. Bussey on the attack. Glove saved by Jackie Solove. Near disaster for Brookline, as I don't know if Gifford thought she had put more on that pass or what, but a really nice quick glove there by Jackie Solove to keep it a one-score game. Off the face-off. Corralled, I think, by Bussey. Pass was deflected and goes back to the neutral zone. Rourke lifts a high pass, misses her target, taken away by O'Connor. O'Connor advancing, lost it, taken away from behind by Bussey. Bussey, pass up, finds McKenna. Lexi McKenna moving it along, but taken back by Brookline. Wilson across to O'Connor. O'Connor sends it up. Charbonneau trying to weave through traffic. Too many green and red jerseys in there, but it is recovered. Charbonneau now gains the blue. Charbonneau pass, Platt shot wide. First good look at the net for Brookline, but the shot just off the mark. Another long pass looking for Sullivan. Sullivan picking up speed, but it forced her down to the backboards. Can't get a shot off. Coming out of the corner, long shot deflects wide. Around the corner, to the back. An attempted pass through to the slot, broken up. Good defense there from Brookline, stopping the attempted pass from Gamble to Sullivan. Gamble now approaching her. Shot misses high there, but kept in the attack end by Murphy that time. Around the back, Sullivan evades the defense. Pass looking for Gamble, broken up by Tebow. Recovered by Rourke. Across to Murphy. Murphy looking, shot, glove save by Solove. 7:25 on the clock here in the first period. A 1-0 Billerica Chelmsford lead off the power play goal by Peyton Fitzgerald, assisted by Ali Rourke and Mia Amato. Off the face-off, it's Gifford. Pass gets to Solove. Solove blocked along the boards by Amato. Wrestling for the puck. Knocked loose. Around the other way. Now pinned in the opposite corner. And it is stopped. Brookline looked like they were going to get it out and go on a rush, but stopped there by the defense of Billerica Chelmsford. Now Kayla Solove trying to send it around. Blocked again. A attempted insert pass. Too many blue and red jerseys that time, and now Cessity gets it out to the neutral zone. Fitzgerald shuffles it right back in for the Lindians. Gifford off the boards. Cessity blocked, but it is knocked out that time by Brookline, but that is going to be icing. Brookline starting to hit some struggles when it comes to clearing the puck out of their own end. And again, they're already playing from behind. They have got to find some offensive pressure to generate here. Sullivan pass back. Rourke from the blue line. Shot blocked down. Recovered by Sullivan. Sullivan, high bouncing pass back to Murphy. Murphy, long shot, redirected, but it goes wide. Charbonneau gets it out to Tebow. Tebow now taking off with it. Tebow, offsides. Tebow turned a little too wide when trying to go across the blue line there. Was trying to evade her defender, but Juliet Platt coming across the blue line before Tebow could. Off the neutral zone face-off, it is Platt with it. Platt coming down the right side, try to pass, blocked by Murphy. Murphy skating out with it. Through the neutral zone, going end-to-end herself. Poke check knocks it free. Sullivan with it, lost it. Still battling for it. Charbonneau sends it off the boards and out. No icing as Rourke gets to the puck. Shuffles it around to Amato. Amato being covered there by Cessity, but it's recovered off the boards by Rourke. Brookline making a forward line change. The pass across, blocked by Gifford, but recovered by Sullivan. Sullivan. Long pass back, Rourke. Rourke, nothing there, sends it off the back boards. Around the back to Sullivan now. Sullivan gets pinned to the boards. Solove trying to move that puck out. And it is pushed out there by Williams. Rourke recovers in the neutral zone. Pass across for Bussey. Bussey moves it forward, but it's taken by Kayla Solove. Pass across finds Williams. Williams shuffles it into the Billerica Chelmsford end. No icing. Long pass up to Bussey. Quick pass to Momato. Back to Bussey. Bussey lost it. Charbonneau now on the advance with it. Charbonneau trying to weave around. Looking for a shot. Saved there by Gianna Cedrone. Still 4.5 to go here in the first. Brookline able to generate a little bit of pressure there off the good stick skills from Charbonneau, who gets the pass back to O'Connor, but her insert is blocked wide. Sullivan taking it through the neutral zone. Gains the blue herself. Lost it to a poke check there from Thibault, but she recovers it herself, comes around the back with it. Pass poked away. Thibault now taking off. Clara Thibault with a chance. Shot saved. Big blocker save by Gianna Cedrone. Brookline trying to keep up the forecheck pressure, and that's going to, they're going to say no icing. They're going to say that Katie O'Connor could have corralled that, but she let it go. And if you purposely let it go, they're not going to call icing. Amato takes it back on the forecheck, trying to move along, stopped there by O'Connor. Into the corner, taken by Solove. Solove fakes out one defender. Moving through the neutral zone, sends it into the Lindians' end. Pass now up to Bussey. Bussey across, intercepted. Platt. Oh, but Williams wasn't back. Could not have advanced it anyway. Rourke trying to wave around. Ran into a couple defenders and lost the puck. Now sent into the Billerica Chelmsford end again by Brookline. Round the corner they go. Rourke lost it to another poke check from Thibault. Thibault trying to get out of the boards. Charbonneau taps it. Platt, shot, blocked down. Trying to poke it home is Thibault, but it's covered up by Cedrone again. You know, Clara Thibault, she might not have the hardest shot or the fastest skates, but she is so smart and aware of where the puck is and where she can potentially attack with a well-timed poke check to really turn things around and start a counterattack. We've already seen that a couple times this period. Up against the boards once again. Pass back. O'Connor sends it up, but broken up there. Platt couldn't corral it. Clear it out to Sullivan. Sullivan gains the blue. Sullivan picking up speed, coming around, has an opening, but the shot goes wide. Puck couldn't be recovered by Rourke, instead taken by Brookline. Pass across. Thibault with another chance. Thibault, breakaway chance. Thibault, shot saved, put back, saved again. Gianna Cedrone with another huge stop there. And on the putback, either Cedrone deflected it wide herself for a second straight save, or it was just barely missed by Thibault. Brookline starting another offensive advance. Williams shot well wide. Cessity shuffles it back to Hawkins. Hawkins desperately getting it across the blue line to Gifford. Gifford's pass up, intercepted by Fitzgerald. Taken back by Gifford in the neutral zone. Gifford now gaining the blue. Gifford down to the corner. Pass broken up there that time by Tucker. Hawkins tried to insert, but it's blocked. And they get it back out to the neutral zone. Just over a minute to go in the period. Up against the boards, Gifford trying to advance it again. Battling along the boards, Tucker comes out with it. Pass misses everybody. Gifford comes back to get it. Gives to Hawkins. Quick pass. Going to go up to Charbonneau. Charbonneau could not fake out her defender. Brookline was making a blue line change, but they get out there in time. And the save by Solovay, a potential putback, but they could not get a stick on it. Well blocked on the follow-up by the Brookline defense. Now Brookline racing the other way on the counter. Platt, outnumbered, shot saved by Cedrone. Brookline starting to generate some offensive presence here late in the first, but they have not been able to solve the puzzle of Gianna Cedrone. At this point, they still trail 1-0. Face-off corralled by Billerica Chelmsford. It's Rourke. Rourke. Pinned to the boards. Brookline trying to knock it loose. Potential chance in the scrum. But they couldn't get a stick on it. Now Charbonneau blocked. And now a shot. A putback chance. Oh, no goal. Oh, my gosh. Another huge stop from Gianna Cedrone. Platt got her stick on it for the initial shot, and then Thibault in prime position for a putback score, but Cedrone splays out to just seal off that near side post. 14.8 seconds left. Face off won by Brookline. Wilson couldn't get a shot off, and it's cleared out. And I think that'll be icing. It will, and so Brookline could still have a chance for a last-second shot. Wilson just couldn't get that shot off quickly enough after Brookline won that face-off. If Brookline wins the face-off again on this upcoming one, they've got to get that shot off fast. Only 6 seconds left in the period. Face-off won again by Brookline, but the pass back misses Hawkins, and that will end the period. A thrilling first period here in the round of 32. Our score at the end of one. The Billerica Chelmsford Lindians 1, the Brookline High Warriors 0. The lone goal for Billerica Chelmsford scored by number 14 Peyton Fitzgerald, assisted by Ali Rourke and Mia Amato. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's sure. I'll see if I can do that. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Let me see if I can do that. Give me 1 sec. No, you're good, you're good. And okay. Okay. I think that should be public now. Sorry about that, folks. As we head into this first intermission here at the Hallenborg Ice Pavilion, I remind you this broadcast is brought to you in part by Brookline Proven, your local source for home improvement contractors. Brookline High sports parent Paul Hom and his team can do anything from remodels to handyman honey-do lists and, most importantly during these winter months, snow and ice removal. They live in Brookline, they work in Brookline, and they know just what a Brookline home needs. Visit brklnproven.com or text Paul at 617-352-8829 to find out more and discuss the scheduling, pricing, and specifics of the services your home needs. Once again, that's brklnproven.com or text 617-352-8829. And thank you again to Brookline Proven for sponsoring this broadcast. You can find all that information about Brookline Proven down in the bottom middle of your screen, as well as in the description section of this video here on YouTube. You can also find down in the description section some other helpful links. Link for the official Venmo account of the Friends of BHS Girls Hockey Team Booster Club if you would like to support this Brookline High girls hockey program financially. And you can also find some links related to our local charity spotlight for tonight, Brookline Cares. Brookline Cares is a volunteer organization run by Brookline High School students, which seeks to raise awareness and funds to help people experiencing homelessness. Brookline Cares works closely with an organization called the Empowerment Plan. What the Empowerment Plan does is they hire and train those experiencing homelessness to manufacture their special type of coat, known as the Empower Coat, which can double as a sleeping bag. The coats help to keep those struggling with homelessness warm, especially during these colder winter months, while the jobs manufacturing those coats can help break the cycle of homelessness through gainful employment. What Brookline Cares does is they purchase those Empower Coats from the Empowerment Plan, helping to, fundraise for the Empowerment Plan and keep up their efforts to hire and train those experiencing homelessness. And then Brookline Cares will distribute those Empower Coats as well as pairs of Bombas socks to local community organizations and emergency departments that care for the homeless, helping them on two separate fronts. And you can help them bring more warmth to those in need. Down in the description section of this video, you can find a link on the website classy.org where you can donate money to the Brookline Cares team, supporting their efforts to purchase and distribute more Empower Coats. Or if you're a student interested in joining Brookline Cares, you can find another link in the description section, this time to the organization's own website on wixsite.com, where you can find more information about the group and how you can contact them. Once again, check out those links in the description section below and help spread the warmth this winter with Brookline Cares. And again, all those links and phone numbers down in the description section of this video down below. But for now, we're in the first intermission. Billerica Chelmsford 1, Brookline 0. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here at Hallenborg Ice Pavilion in Billerica, Massachusetts. Gonna take a break, mute my mic, and run a YouTube ad break. But I will be back with the second period of this game. Stay tuned. Hello again, everybody. Back on the mic, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Hallenborg Ice Pavilion in Billerica, Massachusetts. Here to bring you the second period of this high school varsity girls hockey contest as part of the 2026 MIAA Division I State Tournament round of 32. Well, through one period, we have just one score. That one coming from Peyton Fitzgerald of the 12th seeded Billerica Chelmsford Lindians, assisted by Ali Rourke and Mia Amato. The 21st seeded Brookline High Warriors able to generate a lot of offensive pressure late in that period, but unable to find the back of the net. Let's see what the second period has in store for us here. We're underway here in the second frame. Errant pass off the boards, knocked away there by Fitzgerald and sent into the Brookline end. Katie O'Connor sends it around the boards. Stopped there. Long shot coming in, turned aside easily by Jacqueline Solove. Another long shot saved again by Solove. Recovered now by Amato. Amato's pass blocked but goes back to Ali Rourke. Across to Kelsey Murphy. Murphy long shot knocked down right in front of the net. And recovered, taken around the back. Another score! It's Peyton Fitzgerald again in a manner very similar to the goal she scored in the first period. This time a little bit of help from a Brookline defender. It looked like they were trying to cover that opposite side post to help out Jacqueline Solove. But the shot from Fitzgerald coming from a little bit further this time, and as a result, didn't have the angle to go in on its own, but it goes off a defender and into the net. So second goal of the game for Peyton Fitzgerald. And it's going to be a 2-0 lead now for Billerica Chelmsford. Greta Tucker sends it around the back. Battling along the boards for it. And coming out with it will be Lauren Sullivan. A pass back, and now a steal. Knocked away by Mari Cessity, but it's recovered by Sullivan. Brookline skating with it through the neutral zone. This is Jordan Gifford gaining the blue line as Brookline commits to a forward line change. Gifford trying to come around the back herself. Excuse me. Sorry about that, my goodness. This is Noelle Bussey skating with it. Long pass up to the neutral zone and now taken away by Juliet Platt. Gets it to Selena Charbonneau across the blue line, but stolen back by Bussey. Bussey shuffles it along the back to Sullivan. Sullivan's pass blocked, stolen by Brookline. Backhand pass to the front. Misses. Recovered by Clara Tebow. Tebow couldn't fit one through. Recovered by Platt. Pass back. Gigi Hawkins with it. Across. Looking for Katie O'Connor. Sends it around the back. And stopped there by Sullivan. Sullivan moves it along to number 25, Megan Cowles. Cowles sends it up, and I think that's going to go for icing. Sorry about that. Sinuses. Brookline now behind by 2. They've got to get some offense going and fast. Caitlin Wilson. Long insert saved through traffic by Gianna Cedrone, who's made a number of really nice stops so far tonight. It'll be another offensive zone face-off quickly for Brookline. It's corralled by Billerica Chelmsford. Get a long pass up to Cara Gamble. Gamble advancing, stopped there by Kayla Solove. Puck's knocked back, but recovered again by Brookline. Pass goes out this time to Mari Cessity. Cessity losing control of it through the neutral zone. Solove pushes it through, but it's taken by Rourke. across to Murphy and up to Gamble. Gamble fits a pass through to Fitzgerald, but walled off there by Caitlin Wilson. Rourke leaves it for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald with 2 goals already tonight. Gives it to Gamble. Gamble weaving around. Pass back Rourke. Rourke down the left side. Turns around looking. Back to Murphy. A long shot knocked down. Goes wide. Billerica Chelmsford loves that long shot with a chop down by the player in front. It's what the play that has led to both of their goals so far tonight. As Fitzgerald gives that to Gamble, spins off the defender in the corner. Pass gets through to Fitzgerald. Shot at close range was blocked. I'm not sure if it was by a teammate or by Katie O'Connor or by Jackie Solove. Coming around the back, Amato. Weaving around, pass through, and it's in. Billerica Chelmsford starting to pour it on here at the Hallenborg Ice Pavilion. That one might have been deflected in by Noelle Bussy as she is leading the handshake line there after the score. Mia Amato just centering it. And again, Billerica Chelmsford's ability to box out in front of the opposing net and gain some good pole position and get their stick on it to deflect and redirect the puck has been an instrumental part of their offensive attack here tonight. And now an offensive zone takeaway. Lexi McKenna almost on a rush, but Jordan Gifford able to get back and stop it just barely. Now fitting through is Bussy. Shot missed. They do credit the goal to Mia Amato, so it wasn't deflected in. Amato unassisted on the score. A 3-0 lead now for Billerica Chelmsford. Juliet Platt trying to get some offense going. Pass back, Gifford long. Shot goes high and wide. Gigi Hawkins trying to keep it in the attack end. But they do fit it out all the way down the Brookline side, but it is going to be icing. .10:24 on the clock here in the second period. And the narrow lead for Billerica Chelmsford has exploded into a 3-score advantage here in the second frame. That long pass could not be corralled, but it is recovered by Amato. Amato across the blue line, stopped there by Solove. Kayla Solove clears it out. Rourke gonna take this one. Long pass, misses the target, taken instead by Wilson. Wilson pass up, taken by Murphy. Murphy fits a pass through to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald up to Amato. Amato shot blocked. Good defense there by, I believe, Katie O'Connor. As now Kayla Solove trying to bring it through, but stopped by Cara Gamble. Gamble's pass tips over to Amato. Amato coming down the left side. Pinned to the boards now. Brookline had it for a sec, but then knocked loose. Gamble lost it, back out to the neutral zone. Murphy across to Rourke. Rourke gains the blue herself. Rourke looking for a shot, saved by Solove. Again, Billerica Chelmsford just showing some really fluid movement on their attack, able to take whatever angles the defense is giving them and find the advance to get close to the net for a close shot like that. Up against the boards, it's Selena Charbonneau shuffling it along to Gigi Hawkins. Hawkins, long pass, finds its target. That's Platt. Platt trying to pick up speed. Platt trying to get around her defender. Down in the corner, around the back. Gives to Charbonneau, inserts. Missed wide there. Battling in the corner. Platt trying to move along the boards, but ran out of room there. Outlet pass gets to number 17, Gianna Fortunato. But the pass up misses, now taken by Gifford. Tebow gets it up to the neutral zone to Charbonneau. Charbonneau pass misses Platt. No icing as it's taken now by Cowles around the back. Up against the boards. And it's Sullivan with it. Sullivan spinning off one defender, and now a pass ricochets the wrong way, but it is recovered by Cowles. Pass up intercepted by Hawkins. That one went off the stick of Williams going the wrong way, but it's recovered now by Kayla Solove. Solove fits a pass through. It is taken by Cessity across the blue line, sends it around the corner. Sullivan the first to get there, tries to move it along the back. Being knocked around. Sullivan gets it through to Cowles. Cowles long pass up, misses everybody. And it has to be stopped there by Jacqueline Solove, so no icing. And Billerica Chelmsford takes advantage with a line change. Kayla Solove trying to fit her way through. Solove on the attack. Solove shot. Oh, a blocker save by Cedrone. It's like for a brief second I saw that shot get past her, but Cedrone said, no, you don't. Nice poke check on the forecheck there by, I think, Tebow. Platt trying to fight through with it, but too many defenders. Taken away by the Lindians, but a nice stop there by Platt. Again, applying some forward pressure. Looped around to Bussey. The pass goes off a skate. Sullivan recovers. Off the boards, misses McKenna. But racing out to get it is Tucker. Tucker off the boards. Ran out of room. O'Connor gets there first. Bussey along the back. Attempted pass blocked there. Bussey down the corner. Around the back, it is taken by Charbonneau. Charbonneau with some room to skate. Now pass up. Finds Platt. Platt trying to come across. Trying to weave around. But got double teamed. Nowhere to go. Williams recovers the puck after a line change. Pass back. Gifford. Long shot saved by Cedrone. .550 on the clock, an offensive zone face-off for Brookline. Fighting for the puck. Still fighting for it. Recovered at the blue line by the Warriors. Hawkins couldn't quite keep it in the attack end as it deflects over to Gamble. Gamble racing up, shot saved by Jackie Solove. .530 on the clock here in the second period. And one thing I noticed, both of these teams are very strong in their transition game. That puck has been flying up and down the ice throughout this one. Off the face-off, it's Hawkins. Hawkins pass blocked. And the attempt to clear stopped there. And now Brookline could not push it out. Or they did get it barely out to the neutral zone. And now a big interception here in the neutral zone by Platt. Platt racing up, gives to Charbonneau. Tight space, though. Back looking for Hawkins, but it's knocked away. A potential breakaway here for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, 2-on-1 rush, gives to Gamble. Gamble lost it in her skates, but somehow fit a pass through. But too much traffic. Fitzgerald couldn't corral it. Covered there by Hawkins. Now Charbonneau skating with it. Charbonneau off the boards, pass to herself. Looking for a passing option, nothing there. Sends it back to O'Connor. O'Connor couldn't keep it in the attack end. It's muscled forward to Gamble. Gamble across to Amato. Amato sends it around the corner. Sullivan skating around with it as Billerica Chelmsford committed to a line change. It's taken away by Platt. Platt going end to end. Platt shot deflected high up into the netting. While both teams have been strong in the transition game and generating offense, it seems like Billerica Chelmsford's been a little bit better at generating longer offensive chances. Part of that, they've just been better at stopping Brookline's clear attempts, better at blocking them along the boards and the blue lines. Face-off won by Brookline. Gifford goes for a pass into the corner. Nobody there. It's taken around the back by Murphy. Gets a quick pass out, but blocked the blue line by Hawkins. Gives to Cessity. Cessity's shot blocked. Recovered by Hawkins. Hawkins' long shot bouncing in, and it's stopped by Cedrone. Gigi Hawkins had Brookline's lone playoff score last year against Archbishop Williams in her freshman season last year. Quick shot by Cessity goes off the post, off the face-off there. Rourke with 3.5 to go in the period. Across to Tucker. Off the boards. Stolen by Kayla Solove, trying to fight through multiple defenders. Gets it to Cessity. Pass across. Oh, Williams was covered tight and could not knock that one in. Out to the neutral zone. Hawkins, pass up Cessity. Cessity knocked away by Solove into the attack end as Brookline commits to a line change. Cleared out by the Lindians. Knocked back by Hawkins. Tucker off the boards to herself. Now on the advance. Lost it. Nice poke check there from, I believe, Gifford. Charbonneau sending it off the boards, trying to get it to herself, but knocked away there by Murphy. Recovered by Wilson. Wilson sends it up. Now around this pass blocked to the blue line by Tebow. Recovered by Charbonneau, but couldn't muscle through a sea of defenders. Wilson loops it around. Couple players battling for it along the boards. It's taken by the Lindians. Out to Murphy. Murphy's pass up. Finds her target. Skating with it. Gamble gives to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald tried to fit a pass through. Gamble does take it, but ran out of room, and it's covered up by Jackie Solove. 2:13 on the clock here in the second. Still a 3-0 score in favor of Billerica Chelmsford. Face off into the corner. It's Gifford with it. Gifford trying to pick up speed through the neutral zone. Pass trying to get to herself. She goes end to end with it, but had no reinforcements, nowhere to go with a pass. Amato off the boards to Gamble across to Fitzgerald. Stopped there by Cessity. Pass back Hawkins. Her pass blocked. Fitzgerald up to Gamble. Gamble trying to fit a pass through, but knocked away by the Brookline defense. Recovered by Hawkins. Hawkins through the neutral zone. Gets it across the blue line. Leaves it for Solove. Solove's shot goes high. Cessity sends it around the back, but no Brookline players there. Sullivan skating with it. Through the neutral zone. On the attack. Pass back. Brookline trying to take it away from Cowles along the boards. And it looks like Platt couldn't quite get out with it. Stopped there by Tucker. Now an outlet pass gets to Platt in the neutral zone. And now Platt's found a bit of an opening. Platt gets pinned to the boards now by Bussey. And it's recovered by Cowles as Brookline was in the midst of a line change. Around the board, stopped the blue line by Wilson. Long insert goes wide. Platt back to Hawkins. Hawkins tried a quick shot, blocked down. Out to the neutral zone. Wilson sends it off the boards. Right back out. No icing here, and Solive's going to park it. And she's going to have to cover it up. .3 seconds left. In what has been a very rough period for Brookline, giving up 2 early scores and not quite generating the same volume of offensive chances either. Cedrone has not been tested as much in this second period as she was late in the first. This pass looped around, but nobody there. Fitzgerald sends down to the corner to Gamble, trying to send it through to the slot, but stopped there by Wilson. Now it's Platt, who's just going to hold it and let the clock run out. Or no, Tebow, my mistake. That's the end of 2 here at Hallenborg Ice Pavilion. Our score at the end of 2, the Billerica Chelmsford Lindians 3, the Brookline Warriors 0. Peyton Fitzgerald scoring her second goal of the game. And then another goal scored by Mia Amato to open things up here for the home team. As we go into this second intermission, I remind you again, this broadcast is brought to you in part by Brookline Proven, your local source for home improvement contractors. BHS sports parent Paul Hom and his team can do anything from remodels to handyman honeydew lists and, very important during the winter season, ice and snow removal. They live in Brookline, they work in Brookline, and they know just what a Brookline home needs. Visit brklnproven.com or text Paul at 617-352-8829 to find out more and discuss the scheduling, pricing, and specifics of the services your home needs. Once again, that's Brookline, that is brklnproven.com or text 617-352-8829. And thank you again to Brookline Proven for sponsoring this broadcast. And again, you can see all that information about Brookline Proven down in the bottom center of your screen, as well as in the description section down below, where you can also find some other helpful links, the official Venmo account of the Friends of BHS Girls Hockey Booster Club, as well as links related to our local charity spotlight, Brookline Cares. All that down in the description section down below. Billerica Chelmsford 3, Brookline 0. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here at Hallenborg Ice Pavilion in Billerica, Massachusetts. I'm going to take a break, mute my mic, and run a YouTube ad break, but I'll be back with the third and final period of this game. Stay tuned. Hello again, everybody. Back on the mic. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Hallenborg Ice Pavilion in Billerica, Massachusetts. Here to bring you the third and final period of this high school varsity girls hockey contest as part of the 2026 MIAA Division I State Tournament Round of 32 between the hosting 12th seeded Lindians of the Billerica Chelmsford Co-op and the visiting 21st seeded Brookline High Warriors. It's a 3-0 lead for Billerica Chelmsford as we go into the final frame of this one. Brookline hoping they can generate some offense before their season comes to an end. Big chance here, Cara Gamble, close shot, and the putback is in. 12 seconds into the third, and Billerica Chelmsford is pouring it on as they make it 4-0 in the blink of an eye. I think that might have been Mia Amato with the putback score, her second goal of the night off the assist from Cara Gamble. Now we get the third period started again. Gamble almost going on another offensive rush, but Gifford able to get it out. Audrina Williams skating with it across the blue line. Amato loops it around the other way. Peyton Fitzgerald leaves it back for Allie Rourke. Gets it back up to Amato. Stopped there by Gigi Hawkins. Pass up. Kayla Solove blocked on her advance there. Puck's recovered by Gamble. Gamble pinned to the boards. Puck's recovered. Noelle Bussey. Shot saved by Jacqueline Solove. Pushing through. Gamble. Pass back. Greta Tucker. Close range shot. Saved by Jackie Solove there. And now a counterattack chance for Brookline. Mari Cessity skating with it. Cessity, long shot, goes wide. No rebound chance there for Audrina Williams, who is coming down the right side. Bussey taking it the other way. Bussey around the back. Staying with it. Pass along to Tucker. Tucker back to the blue line. Long insert there, deflects wide, and it's going to be taken by Selena Charbonneau. Charbonneau finds an opening to skate through to the neutral zone. Charbonneau picking up speed as Brookline commits to a line change. Charbonneau charging in, but she's got no help there as Billerica Chelmsford tries to clear it out. Stopped at the blue line there by Juliet Platt, but recovered by Lauren Sullivan. To the neutral zone where it's taken by Clara Thibault. They're just battling along the boards as Billerica Chelmsford commits to a forward line change. Charbonneau shuffles it around the corner. Taken now by number 23, I think. This one off the boards. Katie O'Connor gets it over to Platt. Knocked free from Platt. Pushed forward there by number 17, Gianna Fortunato. Excuse me. Ugh. Been sneezing like crazy all night long, and I don't know why. A battle for the puck here. Taken off the boards by Platt. Pass to Thibault. Thibault. Pass finds Platt. Platt trying to race her way through. Gets tangled up with the defense. And it's going to be covered up. And I think that's going to draw a penalty, a hooking penalty on Billerica Chelmsford. The first penalty against the Lindians all night, and just the second penalty overall between these two teams. So Brookline trailing by 4 here in the third period. They'll have a chance to go on the advantage here as Lauren Sullivan will be serving the 2-minute minor for hooking. So can Brookline take advantage and at least put an end to the shutout? Face-off is won by the Warriors. Hawkins pass over to Gifford. Gifford long shot deflects wide of the net. Recovered around the back by Kayla Solove. Shuffles it along to Platt. Back to Hawkins. Hawkins long shot is blocked down and knocked away by Fitzgerald. Puck's recovered by Gifford. Gifford skating with it herself through the neutral zone. Gifford going to gain the blue line herself. Around the back, pass deflects. Almost a chance there for Cessity, but not quite. Too much traffic as the clear does get out to the neutral zone. Hawkins recovers. Pass off the boards too far for Gifford, knocked away by Murphy. Hawkins sends it along, misses Charbonneau, taken by Rourke. Rourke pass back to Murphy as the Lindians can kill some clock here. Hawkins pass blocked but recovered by Tebow. Tebow gains the blue. Down to the corner. Pass back Charbonneau. Charbonneau. Pass back O'Connor. Lifts a high pass up to Charbonneau. Charbonneau looking around. Pass back. Shot Wilson is high. That one goes in! Brookline ends the shutout and gets on the board with the power play score. Unless it was deflected in, that was Caitlin Wilson, the junior co-captain, putting Brookline on the board here in the third. Caitlin Wilson got significant lift on that puck. There was a couple of different players in front of the net there. Wasn't sure if someone had deflected it. It sounded like it went off the post and in. But presuming it wasn't deflected, that is a goal for Caitlin Wilson. I'll wait and see if the PA announcer says anything. Brookline attacking again. Shot from Selena Charbonneau, saved by Gianna Cedrone. Around the boards, stopped by Tebow. Tebow fighting for it, pass through the middle, stopped there by Sullivan. Sullivan sends it around to Bussey. Bussey stopped by a poke check from Platt. Charbonneau trying to corral it but can't. Shuffled along but stopped by Brookline as Wilson sends it around the back. Sullivan takes it. Sullivan now skating with it in transition. Cross the blue line. And lost it to a poke check from, I think, O'Connor. Gets it up to Williams. Oh! They're saying the score was actually by Clara Tebow. So the senior Clara Tebow, in what will likely be the last game of her high school hockey career, gets the power play postseason goal off the assist from Caitlin Wilson, and I think they set a secondary assist to Audrina Williams. Fitzgerald trying to chase down the puck, but it's going to be covered up by Solove. I got so excited I forgot to save a replay on that one. That's my bad. Also, one of those goals where I was just trying to think about what exactly happened. One of those more chaotic scores, and in the end, my initial call was wrong. I thought it was Wilson that scored, but no dice there. Now Juliet Platt racing with it. Platt on the attack, lost it. Sandwiched between Rourke and Murphy there. The outlet pass broken up by Gifford. Try to pass, blocked by Murphy. Around the back, Rourke with it now. Rourke gets it up to Gamble. Gamble long pass, misses everybody, and I think that'll go for icing, and it will. 4-1, the score here with 8:47 to go. Brookline goal scored by Clara Tebow, assisted by Caitlin Wilson. Off the face-off, sent around the back. The sound system appears to be glitching as it's sent the other way, and that's going to be an icing call. And now the sound stops. I don't know if that was a glitch or if someone was just trying to be obnoxious while the action was going, but either way, it's done now. .8:31 on the clock here. Face off, quick shot from Brookline and a save by Cedrone off the shot attempt from Mari Cessity. And we'll slow things down as Billerica Chelmsford goes for a forward line change. Off this face-off, it's 23 with the puck. Around the back. Pass misses, taken by O'Connor. Sent back into the Lindians' end. Sullivan with it now. Shuffles it along, broken up by Solveig, ricochets over to Cessity, shot blocked. Tucker with it. Off the boards, trying to chase it down herself, but Wilson gets there first. Wraps it around the boards. All the way out to the neutral zone where it's taken by Sullivan. Sullivan off the boards, broken up by Williams, gets it to Cessity. Cessity shot covered up by Cedrone. Good push there from Cessity towards the net, forcing Cedrone to cover it up while Brookline was making a line change. So Brookline gets to make the substitutions they wanted and gets an offensive zone faceoff. Off the faceoff, tap back, but broken up. Gamble skating with it, picking up speed down the left side, shuffles a pass. Oh, Fitzgerald was wide open, now gets a shot and it's saved by Solveig. The attempt to clear stop by Murphy. Long shot saved by Solveig. Gamble with a chance. Knocked up and over the net. Looped around by Charbonneau. Out of reach for Platt. Rourke trying to knock it back, but it's knocked the other way by Charbonneau. Tebow picking up speed. Tebow with a chance. Tebow coming in. Tebow shot saved by Cedrone. Tebow's pass back intercepted by Gamble, and they'll take it back the other way. Another big save from Gianna Cedrone as Gamble gets tripped, but no call. And Amato puts it in the back of the net anyway. Mia Amato with the playoff hat trick for the Lindians. Her third goal of the game, her second of the period, and it's now a 5-1 score in favor of Billerica Chelmsford. Oh, and I think they might have called the tripping penalty against Brookline. Regardless of the score, I'm not sure. It looks like they're discussing things with Brookline coach Sarah Schwensfire. That's Amato from Gamble again. And okay, no penalty. 6:56 on the clock, and Billerica Chelmsford looking well on their way to the round of 16. Face off, corralled by Solveig. Pass ricochets over to Wilson. Gets it up to Cessity. Cessity coming down the left side. Tries a shot. Glove saved by Cedrone. .6:43 on the clock. Face off, won by Brookline. Hawkins tries an insert. Goes wide of the net. Chase down in the corner. Pass around to Charbonneau. Charbonneau up against the boards. Escapes. Looking for a passing option. Shuffles it back. Hawkins. Hawkins long insert. Covered up there by Cedrone. At this point, with 6.5 to go and a 4-goal lead for Billerica Chelmsford, at this point, if you're Brookline, you just want to get as many good plays, as many potential scores as you can before that clock runs out. Just, if nothing else, to get the dignity of a closer score. Fitzgerald sending it around the back to Amato. And now taken away by Kayla Solove. Solove weaving through the neutral zone. Down into the corner. Blocked there by Rourke. And Amato battling up against it. Amato loops it around to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets it to Gamble. Gamble approaching, count around the back. Her pass went off the skate of a teammate. Fitzgerald got tangled up there. And I forgot, it's not Gamble, it's Gumbali. I think I've been saying it wrong the whole time. Pass back, Sullivan. Sullivan down to the corner. Looped around by Amato to Gumbali. Gumbali past the middle, broken up. Amato recovers back to Sullivan. Sullivan across the blue line. Goes wide and back out to the neutral zone. Murphy sends it back to the Brookline end where it's taken by the Warriors, but the pass immediately intercepted by Gumbali. Gumbali weaving through, blocked there. As this one goes out. Pass into the corner, Gumbali. Pass through, nobody there, but taken off the boards now by number 8, Aiblin Mahoney. Pass back, whiffed there, taken away by Cessity. Cessity trying to move it along, stopped by Sullivan. Now a pass across, intercepted by Charbonneau. Charbonneau trying to weave around everybody by herself here. Off the boards, gets it up to Platt. Platt fits a shot through, goes wide of the net. And it's knocked out to the neutral zone. Taken here by Mahoney. Mahoney attacking, lost to a poke check, recovered by the Lindians. Pass misses wide there. O'Connor, I believe, with the puck. O'Connor taking it through the neutral zone herself. Down in the corner, and we're going to get a penalty against Billerica Chelmsford. This is going to go against Kelsey Murphy. And a timeout is now going to be called by Brookline as they get ready to go on the power play here with 3:49 on the clock in this one. So while this event might be a foregone conclusion here with a 5-1 lead and less than 4 minutes to go, still, Brookline can look back on another successful season, their second straight playoff berth. You know, I was looking back since Clara Tebow, the lone senior on Brookline's roster this year. Fun fact, the last player who was on this team, this varsity team, before head coach Sarah Schwensfire took over back in the 23-24 season. And that last season before Schwensfire took over, which was Clara Tebow's freshman season, I looked back, I think Brookline only got like 4 wins that season. And now here they are with 2 consecutive winning campaigns and 2 consecutive playoff berths. There's been so much growth for this program and so much to be proud of. And even if the result tonight is not what Brookline wanted, I know that this team, and especially senior captain Clara Thibault, can hold their heads up high as they've left a strong legacy behind from this season. We start the power play, and an attempted clear knocked down. Mari Cessity almost snuck one in, but it's stopped there by Cedrone. The attempted clear stopped there by Gifford, recovered by Platt. Platt, pass back, Hawkins, shot blocked down, recovered Platt. Oh, lost control of it. And we've got a whistle, a cross-checking penalty. Brookline's gonna get a 5-on-3 chance here. Number 19, Kelsey Murphy, already serving for an elbowing penalty, and now a cross-checking penalty against Lauren Sullivan. Brookline with a really big offensive opportunity here with the 5-on-3. Face-off won by the Lindians. They try and clear it. Stopped at the blue line by Hawkins. Pass up to Platt. Platt back to Hawkins, across to Gifford. Gifford, shot blocked. One thing Brookline might be looking to improve for next season is those long shots from their defenders keep getting blocked down by players in front of them. They're not creating the angles they actually want with those blue line shots because they can't generate any chaos if they're blocked down before they can even get close to the net. Down in the corner, it's Rourke with the puck. Tries the clear, gets past Hawkins out to the neutral zone. Off the boards up to Platt. Platt could not time it up. Kayla Solove was trying to retreat back across the blue line, did not get back there in time. One thing Brookline's got to take advantage of here is space. They've got so much space with two more skaters than what Billerica Chelmsford has. They've got to get that puck moving and get it away from the defense because there's going to be openings. Cessity coming down the left side, pass blocked. And now taken away by Charbonneau. Charbonneau in the corner, pass back Cessity, further back, Wilson long shot, knocked down. Goes into the corner where it's taken by Cessity. Around the back, now behind the net, it gets sent back Wilson. Wilson's shot deflects. Thibault sends a shot and a glove save from Cedrone. Just 16 seconds left on the 5-on-3 and 39 seconds left on the power play overall, and 2:05 for the game as a whole. Face off, won by Brookline. Quick pass intercepted. And now Noelle Bussey picking up speed, taking it the other way. Bussey on the shorthand, misses wide. Hawkins, pass blocked, taken away by Gambali. Gambali approaching, shot missed wide. We're down to a normal power play, but only 20 seconds left on that penalty as Bussey takes this one away and can kill some clock. Bussey being pursued by Thibault. Puck's pinned up against the boards, and Bussey lifts it out. Blocked at the blue line there by Hawkins. Couldn't get it back. Now battling through the neutral zone. And we're back at even strength with less than a minute and a half to go. Up against the boards, Charbonneau sends it up to Williams. Williams trying to take it the other way herself as Brookline commits to a full change. Quickly cleared out by Billerica Chelmsford. Wilson across to O'Connor. Sends it up, misses Solove. No icing. Murphy takes it behind the net. Pass out. Intercepted Wilson. A long shot knocked down by the Lindians and cleared out again. 40 seconds to go here in the season for Brookline. Gambale trying to lift it out. Wilson recovers, passes back to O'Connor. O'Connor sends it down into the Billerica Chelmsford end. Rourke with it. Less than 20 seconds left. Puck's cleared out. Wilson trying to send it back in. Just over 10 seconds left. Gambale skating with it, and she'll be able to skate out this clock as she dumps it into the Brookline end. 5 seconds left, and that is going to bring an end to the season for the Brookline Warriors. The final score here at Hallenborg Ice Pavilion in Billerica, Massachusetts. The Billerica Chelmsford Lindians 5, the Brookline High Warriors 1. A tough way for things to end for Brookline. Based on the earlier matchup against Billerica Chelmsford, seemed like they were going to be able to keep this one close, but the Lindians just kept pouring on the scores. 1 goal in the first by Peyton Fitzgerald. 2 goals in the second, 1 each from Fitzgerald and Mia Amato. And then 2 in the third, both of them from Amato, who finishes with the playoff hat trick and had 4 total goals against Brookline in 2 games this season. For Brookline, their lone score coming from their senior captain, Clara Tebow, assisted by their junior captain, Caitlin Wilson. But that is how this game and this season is going to end for Brookline. Well, folks, I want to thank you so much for tuning in for all the games that we covered this season. I want to thank Brookline High Girls Hockey for bringing me back for another season of live streams here. I want to thank our local sponsor, Brookline Proven, your local source for home improvement contractors. BHS Sports parent Paul Hom and his team can do anything from remodels to handyman honeydew lists to snow and ice removal during these colder winter months. They live in Brookline, they work in Brookline, and they know just what a Brookline home needs. Visit brklnproven.com or text Paul at 617-352-8829 to find out more and discuss the scheduling, pricing, and specifics of the services your home needs. Once again, that's brklnproven.com or text 617-352-8829. And thank you again to Brookline Proven for sponsoring this broadcast. And again, you can see all that information down in the bottom middle of your screen, as well as in the description section of the video down below. You can also see the link to the official Venmo account of the Friends of BHS Girls Hockey Booster Club, as well as the links for our local charity spotlight, Brookline Cares. All that down in the description section. One last shout out I want to give to Brookline's lone graduating senior from this season, Clara Tebow. Like I said, the last player from before Sarah Schwensfire took over this program. She's seen just how much this team has grown over the years. We've seen just how much